let's get started, shall we? What is circadian rhythm, let alone what is infradian? And as you can see by this graphic, we're not only going to look at the light and the dark, the 24-hour, light cycle, but we're going to look beyond that to the infradian. And sometimes infradian means the monthly cycle. But what we're going to look at on the infradian is the thing as a whole, right? Just like we end up when we look at ourselves as a whole, we need to look at the light and the dark cycle and the seasons as a whole. And so we're going to go into winter, summer, spring, fall, hot, cold, etc. Just to create how we can create that vibrant energy from our alignment, not only with the light, but with the seasons. And we'll use this light, this dark, this hot, this cold as our guide to feel our joy and rejuvenation. So now we really need to end up and look at the basics of the rhythm and the paradigm changes that need to end up and happen in what we call circadian medicine. And part of that is the current paradigm is just looking at like the biochemistry, the molecule, the lab level of this structure. And we need to shift that into the quantum and really break it down into what photons, electrons end up and look like within the body. And light also isn't considered, obviously, in medicine. I mean, how many of us have, ever been told to go out in the sunlight for our health? Normally we end up and we just get told, here's a medicine, or here's, certain things, and we really don't look at the way that light shapes our health. Our other things, and Ben does a glorious job of talking about this, is our genetics. And many times people end up and think that their genes end up and, control their destiny, which we know that's not necessarily true. Our genetics don't define us. And we really need to work on the epigenetics and the mitochondrial level. But also, number 4 here is the non-native EMS having a biological effect and knowing what the major impact on our mitochondrial level, our energy level, and also the cellular hydration. So the key in this whole shift is increasing healthy light plus decreasing the toxic light and optimizing our mitochondria. Now, obviously, this would be a really short class if everything was just that simple, right? You all could end up and be, out the door and on your way, but we know that there are other driving factors. And this is where my passion comes in, because I really, truly love to geek out on all the factors that go into